Now, what does this car and this old phone have in common? Well, they're both made by BYD. They've been making the batteries for those state-of-the-art Nokia phones for years. Now, more recently, BYD have been making batteries for car manufacturers like Toyota, Kia and Lincoln. And I guess their thinking was, we make batteries, why not make the car? And made great cars they have indeed. But before we get stuck into that, remember to like and subscribe for EV and sustainable travel tips and tricks. Now, I'm no expert when it comes to the excellent battery technology in these cars, so we got on the phone to our friend Dr. Euan McTurk to get him to explain it for us. Roll VT.
So all the BYD electric vehicles that are available for sale today have the BYD blade cell in them. And what we've seen recently is that the electric car sector is moving away from NMC batteries, which contain nickel and cobalt, towards LFP, lithium iron phosphate, which is just lithium, iron, phosphorus. It's basically rust and a bit of fertilizer. It's really cheap materials. They are longer lasting, they are safer, they are, well, incredibly unlikely to catch fire, even if you drill straight through them, that sort of thing. As I say, they last longer, they're cheaper, more ethical, the whole shebang. The blade takes that even further. So not only are they very different to look at, they're big, long structural cells that can actually take quite a lot of force, and they can help to make the whole car kind of stiffer. They're almost like a structural component, basically, for the battery. But not just that, they are very clever when it comes to the way that this chemistry has been designed. It's still lithium iron phosphate, but you could drill straight through one of them, and they have a video that proves this. You can drill straight through it when it's fully charged, and it doesn't even get warm, let alone, massive jets of flame or gas or anything like that. No, they are a lot safer than anything else out there on the market today.
Brilliant. And safety is obviously a big issue, and people talk about electric cars possibly not being as safe with the battery. But I know what I'd much rather be driving. I'd much rather be in a battery car than driving with a massive fuel tank of the most flammable liquid on the planet underneath my bottom.
Well, yeah, actually, that's a good point, because I was just saying about how NMC batteries, they can catch fire. The odds of that catching fire, so even like all the other electric cars that are out there today, the odds of them catching fire are between 20 and 60 times less than a petrol car or a diesel car. Because as you say, there's hundreds of moving components in a petrol or diesel engine, really high temperatures, flammable fuel. What do you think's going to happen? Of course, they're eventually going to catch fire by the roadside. Whereas with an electric vehicle, very efficient batteries, which, they do dissipate some heat, but there are liquid-based thermal management systems that wick away that heat before it causes any issues, and there's nowhere near as much heat as there is in a petrol or a diesel engine. They are incredibly safe in comparison to a petrol or a diesel car. As I say, 20 to 60 times less likely to catch fire, and in fact, in those statistics, it's worth pointing out that many of those fires didn't actually involve the battery. There have been cases where entire buildings have burned down around electric vehicles and the battery was fine. So, there's a lot of scare stories in the media at the moment about, fire bombs, blah, blah, blah. No, it's petrol and diesel cars that are the fire bombs, genuinely. EVs, even with the more flammable chemistries, are so much less likely to cause problems, and the blade cell is about the safest of the lot.
No wonder they're outselling Tesla. Make sure to like and subscribe for more electrifying content.